Boise, Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela. We are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Brent, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now it's Rodgers. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Giving to the big tight end on fourth. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lined up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On play action, Rodgers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. To throw is Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Sometimes you get a first and goal, you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we could have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing with the line of scrimmage.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
I'm fine, ready?
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
A gain of 50 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection, and it still continues here in the NFL.
On 1st and now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They toss it to Warren. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Running left, it's Warren. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now it's 2nd and 10.
What's your set? Hey, stop! Stop!
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here we go. Stop!
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. On the return, Austin. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Screen 18. Screen right. Screen 18.
Rodgers now to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Blue 58. Inside. Hey, take 26. Screen 18.
Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
58. Take 30.
Rodgers again now. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band at a time. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride me to the 5.
Stand on it. Screen 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Screen 18.
Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll go right back to Chase, and it's caught again. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now it's Burrow. And a fine chase on the right side complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 2.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's Burrow. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
Right?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Brown. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in up with a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He finds Austin complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
319!
Here's Rodgers to throw. We quickly to Thielen here. And he's got this down to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now it's Rodgers. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's good for us, Steelers.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Now wasted time, going right back to DK Metcalf. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Big 13! Big 13!
Now it's Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
12.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Right in.
Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go.
First and 10
Right
at the 32-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki, 32 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the
Right,
two-point conversion.
Right, up. Right.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Green 18. Green 18 on it. Get 300. Get 300. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Green 18.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Rodgers. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
The Bengals 19-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Rodgers. And that would not got to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dance up for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
A handoff for Warren. And he stopped immediately there. And they're going to speed things up here.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
18. Go to 50. Back north.
To throw is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On one, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go. 180.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Cut. 180.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That is caught. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andre Yoshibas, 66 yards. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
16.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
I think this defense is still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
18.
Warren will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Warren again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's good for the Bengals. 1st down.
11.
They will toss to Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Now it's Burrow.
At the 43-yard line.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andre Yoshivas with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Screen 18. Screen 18.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
Steelers first down. First down jam at the 38-yard line.
Screen 18. Screen 18.
Here's one. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
58.
Straight ahead, it's game one. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They'll run it. Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll run again. He gets away from one. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down.
At the 8-yard line. An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a camper on this game.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. Here in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time but move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. Right in.
A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.